this is Saurabh. Today I will discuss about control statement. Control statement are very crucial statements because first of all in this particular video you understand what is control statement and what is the requirement of that control statement and types of control statement, and after that we understand some logic or some programs. Let's start. Before we start that control statement, you must understand why we use the particular control statement. Before that control statement, which type of statements are present in our C language? That means the sequential language, a sequential statement. Sequential statements are the statement that is executed line by line. That means the statements end with a semicolon generally. Any statement in C language end with a semicolon and that executed line by line. If we understand the sequential statement, we write one program, and how we change to sequential statement to conditional statement. You must understand that because sequential statements there are many disadvantages. That's why we shifted to the control statement. We understand that logic using one program. So write one program. That program, simple program, it is for the addition of two numbers. Start with a void main, and after then we take two variable like a and b, and print it. There is one message that enter two number, and then we use the scanf statement to take inputs from the keyboard, %d, and %a, comma, and %b, and next we print the statement that printf addition of two number equal %d, comma, a plus b. Very simple code, and we end that block. And the thing is that here it is called the block. Block means that is a group of statement that is called the block, that is start with a curly braces, starting curly braces, and ending with a end curly braces. Now our wish is that we show the output of addition of two number if a greater than b. That means if a is greater than b, that means a value will be must be greater than b, then only we show the addition of two number. For that purpose we use the control statement like if a greater than b, then only we show that addition of two number. That is the control statement. That means it controls the flow of the in our hand. That means control in the programmer hands. That is the control statement. That means we show the addition of two number when a greater than b. There are any other condition you can put on that particular if block. That is the control statement. Now we understand the types of control statement. Types of control statement, that means control statement is divided into generally conditional statement. Generally conditional statement actually divided into if else block and else if ladder, else if ladder, and switch statement, nested if else. Those are the conditional statement. That means one condition is given, and that basis of that condition we use that statement. And switch statement, also multiple conditions are present in the switch block. We understand, go through all that. And next types is that iteration, or we can say that loop statement. Loop statement generally is divided into for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And last one is that jump statement. Jump statement generally go to statement, go to, and continue, and break statement. That is all the types generally as a control statement we are using. In the particular video, I understand now the only if and if else statement. Before that, we already understand the logical and relational operator, because that is two operator is very crucial for the condition. Why? Because like that, if you understand the if statement, first of all we understand the if statement. The syntax is that if condition, if there is a condition, if condition is true, then the true block, that means statement 1, statement 2 and more statement, that is called the true block. That is true block, because if condition is true, then that block will be executed. That's why it is called the true block. And generally that condition if true, that means that condition either using the relational operator, either using the relational operator or using the logical operator. That means relational operator, like we already know that equal, less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, those are the commonly used relational operator. We put that relational operator in our condition. If we want to give one condition, or we put one condition in if statement, then you use the relational operator. If you want to put multiple conditions, that means logical and, logical or, then you use the logical operator. So the thing is that when the condition, whatever the condition you put on that particular block, particular parenthesis in between that, then you particular use that relational operator or logical operator. I request personally that you must go through that relational logical operator. There we already discussed about that 1 year is, if we take 1 year and check it is leap year and or not, that is already discussed. Or here we take another example to understand the concept easily. That is, one number is given to you and it is positive or not. That is, I will check that using if statement. Before that we use the void main statement, void main, and there is one number like INTA and printf enter number, and scanf, that number %d, %a, and if a greater than 0, then we write printf positive. So that is the positive. Only we show here that the number is positive. If you want to show that the number is when it is the less than 0, then you also put here that printf negative, means 1. If condition is true, that means it gives you boolean 1. If boolean 1, that means it is the true, and the if block, that means positive, will be printed in your output screen. Otherwise it print the negative, that means condition is false, then that are executed. If we understand that concept using the flowchart, then it will be like that, that is the start, and then there is some condition like positive, that means greater than 0, or whatever you put that condition. If condition is true, that means it is that if true, then if condition is true, that means condition is true, then there is a statements, printf statement, that means a true block will be executed or true statements are executed. Otherwise, if condition is false, that means there there is end here, end here. If condition is false, then it's come to the end statement, or that is the flowchart of the if statement. Now we understand the if else statement. Some modify here that the first of all here else block is added. If statement as usual, that is if statement, and else, for the else statement there is a block. There is a block that is the statements. There are many statements are present, or one, or so that is the false block. That is the false block. That is the actually the syntax of that if else statement, and we that if else statement, if put that here, that a number whatever we taken from that keyboard using the scanf statement, that number, if it is true, if it is true, then it display that printf statement. Otherwise we put here else statement, else printf negative. So that is the, if it is true, then it is a positive, and otherwise else statement will be executed. That means here remind that else block, there is no condition. You not put any condition particularly in else, after that else. So that is the thing is that if we put the flowchart of the that condition flowchart, that means the if else flowchart, then it will be like if true, that is the true block will be executed. False, then else block statement, or we like that else block statement, or false statement will be executed, and after that is the end. That is if else statement. That is all about for the session, and next session we understand the else if ladder statement and switch statement.